and jelly beans. I was just doing my makeup off camera and I thought, why not put the camera on and do it in front of the camera? So that's what this video is going to be. Been going through my makeup recently, trying to sort things out and have a bit of a declutter, but like a conscious declutter. I'm not really a big fan of this whole kind of declutter your wardrobe, fill your wardrobe back up, declutter your makeup collection, fill your makeup collection back up. That is a bit pointless in my opinion. So yeah, I've really been trying to think about the products that I've got. Do I use them? Could somebody else get better use out of it? Who can I give it to? You know, the simple stuff. That's what a declutter is. For that reason, I've come across a lot of makeup that I used to love and adore, but it's just been out of sight, out of mind. And I'm like halfway through doing my base, so I'll just catch you up as to what's on my face at the moment. So I use the Freshly Cosmetics Healthy Protection Facial Sun Cream SPF 50. This is a mineral sunscreen, and this is actually a new product in my collection. They really kindly sent this over for me to test, and it's quite nice. I need to test it a bit more to give you a review, but then I used the good old Oat Milk Foundation by Perez, and I will link my video talking about this because I've got a whole review on it. What I like about this is that I don't need to put a moisturiser on first. Like obviously I know I had sun cream on, but usually I'll put a moisturiser on underneath the sun cream because my skin needs that extra hydration, whereas this, it feels like I'm rubbing in a cream to my skin, not like a foundation, if you know what I mean. It's more like it feels like skincare to me. And then to set everything down, I use the Alima Pure Pressed Foundation. So this is their powder foundation, which when I first tried this, I can't remember if I've given you a review of this yet. I don't know if it's worth reviewing in a dedicated video because I personally wouldn't use this on its own because the coverage isn't quite enough, but I never really use powder foundations on their own because I just prefer having more coverage. If I'm going to go for coverage, I'll go for coverage. Like I like a full coverage foundation and concealer. I'll just use less of it if I want it to look more natural. Most powder foundations aren't going to give you full coverage. This is really nice to set the face down, just not with the sponge that it comes with. If you try and use it with the sponge it comes with, try and give you more coverage, it looks so dry and scaly. It's not a look. So yeah, with a brush, I've been using the Rosie Huntington Whiteley M&S brushes, which I absolutely love. I talk about these all the time, but genuinely they're so good. Cruelty free and vegan, highly recommend. And I've just taken some of this over my skin to give it a little bit more, to take away the shine and also give it a little bit more coverage as well. And then for bronzer, I think I'm going to mix some of this Body Shop bronzer, which I used to use this all the time. Again, a lot of this stuff, old favourites. And a bit of this Lolo Sculpt and Glow. So I'll take the Sculpt shade first and add a little bit of shape to my face. So yeah, how are we all doing? What is the crack? Such a sunny day today, it's glorious. Although I've just been reading about the fires in the Amazon, which is, yeah, not so cheery. So sad, like the scale of it, I just can't even fathom how big these fires are to be like lasting so long. Forest fires are just not really, touch wood, not really a thing in the UK because it doesn't get hot enough, or I've never known of a forest fire in the UK, but it seems like abroad they're quite a common thing. Not everywhere abroad, but you know what I mean. Also there's this series which I've been meaning to watch that I learnt about on social media, and it's called U.R.U, I think, but it's basically about activism in the Amazon, so very relevant at the moment, but it's about like the dangers that activists go through, and it seems quite, not gory, I mean maybe gory, I haven't seen it, but quite hard hitting, and I've never really given a lot of thought to the dangers that activists face. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give that a watch, and I'll leave the name of it down below just in case I've got the name wrong, if you're interested as well. But I'm just taking some of the highlight from this Sculpt and Glow palette and popping it underneath my brow bone. It feels so weird to sit here talking about makeup when there's just so many problems in the world, but then sometimes it's like we do what we can where we can, and we have our little escapisms wherever we can and wherever we find solace. It might be in a makeup brush or it might be in a musical instrument, but we all have our little escapisms, don't we, from the horrors of the world. Very cheery chat this morning. You know what, I actually picked up a Lolo mineral blush. I thought everything from Lolo was vegan. I was grossly mistaken. They've actually only got a handful of vegan products. I mean, they've probably got like 12 to 15 vegan products, but their lipsticks aren't vegan, which I found out the hard way, and also their blushes aren't vegan. I'm an idiot. I make mistakes all the time. I try my hardest, but honestly I do make mistakes. So yeah, I'm going to have to pass this on to somebody else. But this is their mineral blush in the shade Candy Girl. Why couldn't you make this vegan, eh? This could have been a lovely, I mean, I'm not really a loose blush fan anyway, so that's that. But it's not getting any love, so I'm going to have to give it to somebody who will give it some love. Instead, for blush, I'm going to use the Milani Dolce Pink blush, which is a gorgeous pink. Do you know what's funny as well? I was thinking to myself, oh, I've run out of pink blush because I finished my Pixie palette that I've used so many times on my channel. I finished the peach one and the pink one completely, taken it out every single inch of that pan. And I was thinking in my head like, oh, I need to order a new pink blush because I don't have like a bright pink at the moment. And then going through all of my stuff, I realised actually I've got about 3 or 4 in my collection that I just forgot about. So before you buy something, it's always worth checking you don't already have it. Unless you're not an idiot like me and have a little bit more of a memory than my memory of a goldfish. This is an amazing blush. It's the same range as the Luminoso blush, which is very, very popular. But this one is more of a true pink. It's just got that sheen to it, which is, it's not glittery, it's not too intense, but it looks very, very pretty on the skin. Especially on holiday, I can imagine with a tan, or if you naturally have medium skin, I can imagine this looking amazing. So that's that one. And then for eyes, I want to do something a little bit colourful. But my plan for this video kind of was to use some Medusa's makeup because I've got 5 or 6 things from the brand and they seem really nice, but everything I've used, I don't like it. Like before I filmed this video, I tried to use this eyeshadow just to see, like I was just having a little swatch on my eye to see what it would be like, because I opened it up and I thought, oh my goodness, that is beautiful. It's their matte eyeshadow in the shade Martinique and it's cruelty free and vegan. The whole range is, they've got some really cool quirky products, the packaging's really sweet, but this is not good. Like it looks like such a lovely powder blue, but when you put it on the eyes, maybe you need a really, really white base for it to work and for it to pop. It doesn't pop at all. It looks so like ashy. It's hard to imagine this being ashy, but honestly it just loses any pigment and it doesn't blend very well. It's not good. And then I also used their loose mineral blush, which is actually very similar to this Lolo one, but this is so intensely glittery. This is a highlight, this is not a blush. Like I put it on my cheeks, I did like nearly a full face of makeup and then I had to take it off because I just didn't like the way it looked. So Medusa's makeup, I don't know, I'm not really a fan. I don't want to bash them, but everything I've tried I'm not a huge fan of. It's just that because you have to order them online, I want to be honest and make sure that people don't end up ordering something they're not going to like just because I've kind of featured it in a video. But yeah, I tried this lip paint as well from them and I didn't like it. It's in the shade Shag, which is interesting name. The colour is a really pretty pink and it's really pigmented, but when it's on the lips it just feels very cheap. And I don't mean that like inexpensive, because inexpensive products can be really, really effective, but it just feels very low quality, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm not going to use Medusa's makeup in this video because I'm just not infatuated with the brand, which I feel really bad, but realistically I shouldn't feel bad, because if I can steer someone away from buying a bad product, like that's not a bad thing, is it? I'm just trying to reassure myself like I'm not a bad person. It's okay. But I do want to do something colourful. Came across these Milk Makeup liquid eye pigments, which I actually haven't demoed on my channel. I'm pretty sure I've only mentioned them before. So I thought it'd be quite cool to show you some of these because I love these, but I haven't used them in ages. And oh, I haven't done my eyebrows. I thought I looked a little bit bare. Let's do my eyebrows and then we'll move on to eyes. I'm going to go back to my trusty Long Last Brows by 100% Pure. I'm just so in love with the pigment of this, the lasting power of it. It lasts all day. You only need a tiny amount to do both brows, so I feel like the pot is going to last a while. The actual product is quite expensive. It's £22 for the little pot, but you really don't need a lot at all. A little goes a long way, and I've been loving it in conjunction with the Brow Chicka Wow MOTD brush, which is really, 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 really good. Amazing. See, and look how quick that was. I mean, to be fair, I don't have to like draw my brows on, but it's still pretty fast. I used to kind of steer away from pomades because I thought they would take forever to put on, but actually they don't take long at all. And then on my lips, for now I'm just going to put a nude on, but I might go in with a bright lip later. So I'm going to take this Tarte lip sculptor. It's like a lipstick and gloss in the shade Cartwheel. I used to wear this all the time. I found these were slightly drying. I think I remember thinking they were a bit drying, but I don't know, it feels really creamy on my lips right now, so I'm not complaining. And in terms of eyeshadow, I feel like I'm just going to go with a simple, this is my vision, a simple eye and then a blue flick. I'm going to take a transition shade in the crease, and then for the fun part I'm going to take the Milk Makeup eye pigment in the shade Sesh. Just going to pop some on the back of my hand. This is the most amazing electric blue. Honestly, this compared to that Medusa's Makeup eyeshadow, there's no comparison. This is the Medusa's Makeup swatch, and this is the Milk Makeup. No comparison. These are so good. I haven't tried that many liquid eyeshadows, but these, out of the ones I've tried, these are definitely the best, and they last really well on me. I don't particularly have greasy eyelids. I don't have that problem, so it doesn't make a difference for me. They last pretty well, but obviously if you have got oilier eyelids, that might make a difference. I'm going to take this Tropic 3-in-1 eye brush, and I'm just going to take the slanted edge, kind of like a winged liner brush basically, and draw a wing. But I can't talk to you for this bit because I will mess up. Titties. Oh, what do you know? I mess up even if I'm not talking. I feel like it's kind of drying on the brush, so the brush is changing. This does dry quite quickly, I remember. I'll fix it, don't worry. To neaten up the disaster on my left, your right, my left, I'm taking some of the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer by Too Faced on an angled brush, and I'm just going to make the lines around the wing look really, really sharp. I'm just going to pop some mascara on now, and I was going to go in with Old Faithful Lily Lolo Natural Big Lash mascara. This one is amazing. I've got a full review on it if you're interested, but I thought I found this in my collection and I thought I'd give it another go because I remember really not liking it, so I'm not looking forward to using this, but I just wanted to confirm or deny whether I like it or not. This is the Pacifica Stellar Gaze Mineral Mascara in the shade Supernova, so it's a really, really dark black, and when I see this brush I think, oh yeah, I like that natural bristle brush I usually get on with. But I just remember this not doing a lot, so I'll put it on now, but it might not look good. So let's find out together, shall we? I remember it being very wet. Yeah, that's it. It wouldn't dry. It took ages to dry, and it didn't do a lot. And right now, it's not doing a lot. With patience, Rebecca, might be able to build it up. Yeah, I don't love this. I don't like it. Maybe I've just been spoiled with my Lily Lolo one for too long. This one is so good that anything else just doesn't compare to this. I feel like Prince singing Nothing Compares to You whenever I try and use another mascara. Okay, not in love with the eyelashes because that Pacifica mascara messed things up for me. Sabotage. And I also got a little bit transferred down here, so I'm just going to clear that up quickly. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. I was thinking about going in with this really bright pink. It's called U.R.U. and it's by the brand Jecca Blac, who they've done this Pride collection, which actually UK Pride, as in the actual parades, are over, I think. I know that London and Brighton have already passed, but you know, Pride every day, you know what I'm saying? But their particular branding is that makeup has no gender, so it's like makeup for people, you know, makeup has no gender, don't need to explain it any more than that. Yeah, I was thinking of doing this bright pink. I mean, I could be crossing a line here, but I can always take it off. That's the thing with makeup. I think I prefer the peach. There we go, little mix of the two, best of both worlds. But that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this blue liquid liner look. I love those Milk Makeup liquid eyeshadows. They are so good and they last so well. I also have this champagne shade and I have a green one from them as well. I find the champagne one sometimes shows up texture, but that's only when I try and use it as a highlight. It's not really like a multi-purpose liquid sort of product, in my opinion. It's only really for the eyes and around the eyes, and in the inner corner it looks really nice as well, but sometimes it can show up a little bit of texture. Because when you find the right brush to use them with, they work really well as eyeliner. So thank you so much for watching again. I feel like I look like I've been finger painting. If you want to see some more from me, obviously subscribe, and if you do, maybe I'll see you in my next video. Bye!